It affects 500,000 Canadians, 1 in 11 over the age of 65.
I function very well for the day, but I forget yesterday.
Joan McConnell was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease at the age of 57, 10 years ago.
I feel that I'm just going along normally, but so I miss the part that my life is different. It is different in the sense that when I wake up each day, my husband very lovingly tells me what day it is and what's going on.
Most of Joan's long-term memory is intact, but it's her short-term memory that's become a problem.
I can remember key events that have happened, recently, but it was just a normal day, and normal events, I don't recall them.
Linda Glassford's family has also been impacted by the disease. Her mother has Alzheimer's.
She's been suffering probably for 20 years, but it's only been the last 5 that we've been totally aware, so we finally realized what she and my father have been going through.
Linda says it was difficult for her and her family to detect her mother's illness.
Because they're aware, they're still at the stage where they're aware that their mind isn't the same as it always was, that they're confused a lot.
Dr. Vladimir Hachinsky is a professor of neurology at the Schulich School of Medicine and Dentistry and has been identified as one of Ontario's most accomplished researchers in the areas of stroke, dementia, and Alzheimer's. He emphasizes the importance of early recognition.
We're recognizing it early and probably that's the key. If we're going to make a difference, then we have to do it early because you don't want to wait till the brain is devastated.
He identifies the warning signs.
If someone asks a patient, how is your memory compared to a year ago? And if they say it's changed, then that should be looked into. If people were able to do something that's skillful, for example, play bridge, and now they can't, well, don't just say they can't play bridge because 75. Something has happened to that brain.
Linda began to recognize changes in her mother's behavior.
She was falling a lot. We just thought it was because she was the type that always rushed and multitasked and tried to do too many things. Memory and emotions, shifts in emotions.
Although Alzheimer's disease is not preventable, Hachinsky says there are factors that can lead to an increased chance of developing it.
High blood pressure, physical inactivity, an unhealthy diet, one high in salt, calories, and trans fats.
Dr. Remy Quirillon is the chief scientist of Quebec. He recognizes the importance of mental stimulation as well.
Maybe we need to find ways to keep our brain dynamic, active. So prevention in the sense of intellectual activities. More and more evidence that when you activate your neuron, you keep going longer.
At the age of 85, we have a 50% chance of being diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, and currently it's not curable. Dr. Quirillon is disappointed with the current treatment options.
Well, we were hoping for a drug that would be more effective. So basically now we have a series of drugs that were developed 25 years ago, and it's still the only one we have.
Despite the lack of new treatment, Dr. Hachinsky is confident that new medication will develop soon.
I think we're becoming more aware, and with good imaging, it's possible to probably study people while they're developing the disease, and also we can actually monitor what treatments.
Dr. Quirillon also has high hopes for the future.
I'm very optimistic, and I think we have learned a lot about how the brain functions over the past 20 years.
Regardless of the diagnosis, staying hopeful and positive is crucial. Joan now volunteers with the Alzheimer's Society of London once a week and enjoys spending time with her grandchildren. She has a message for fellow patients.
So many people have a negative attitude. Oh my gosh, I've been diagnosed with this illness. I know about it. I'm just going to go downhill. It's going to be terrible. And I just disagree. I say go with a positive attitude and just make the most of every day.
For In Your Backyard, I'm Melanie Anderson.